Hi, this is Dr. John Principe from WellBeingMD, and I'm really pleased today to be able to talk to another very important individual that's brought his passions and talents to WellBeingMD, and that's John Tablerion. Now, John is a Tai Chi and Qigong instructor that has incorporated those ancient Eastern methods into what I'm really amazed at your depth of knowledge of the medical aspects of this and how we can integrate this in the very important mind-body connection. So I'm going to let John talk about those practices and then what the inner smile is, because I think that's so important for people to understand that inner smile.
Well, thanks. Thank you so much for the opportunity to bring Qigong and Tai Chi and some of these philosophies to WellBeingMD in practice. The whole purpose is to do breath and movement and to integrate the autonomic nervous system along with rest and relaxation as far as mindfulness and internal checking as far as how our systems are going. And we integrate that with movement that's been around thousands and thousands of years, that we're really a reflection of study of nature. So through the study of nature, the Chinese that brought it together with gentle movements found out that they could do quite a bit of preventative type medicine. So by moving things and moving energy with breath work and mindfulness, we come to a place of maybe a peace or resetting. So there's simple tools that we use as far as breath work, as far as simple movements, as far as resetting when we find ourselves kind of getting out of balance. So we use the inner smile, like you alluded to earlier, as far as a setting point. So when we start a practice, when we begin a Qigong or a Tai Chi session, we try to come and use visualization and playfulness to give ourselves permission to go ahead and breathe, be internal, and kind of reset. So that inner smile is just a little bit of a way that we smile, we do an eye smile, and it kind of brings us back into a place of peace and a place of being okay and fun.
And I was just amazed at some of the things that you taught in a recent series that you conducted here, which is the 8-piece brocade. And tell our listening audience about how this was applied to military and,
Yes.
and developing that inner strength that's so important. Now, I'm not going out and fighting wars all day long, but I'm dealing with a lot of stress outside of myself that I'm not under control, and sometimes I have to get that inner strength to be able to deal with that. How did they come about this?
Yeah, there was a general, his name was Marshall in China, and he came up with these 8-piece brocades. He had a sitting set and a standing set, and he would use this for his troops to keep them healthy and keep them in good shape, and then also the sitting set for people that needed to get rehabbed in medical while he was, in progress of war and as far as fighting those wars. But what it does is they really balance the heart system, the whole philosophy of Chinese medicine with the 5 elements. So they incorporate the meridians, the acupressure points, and the movement of energy. So the philosophy, the basic philosophy behind it is stuck energy, we're stuck and we're kind of like need to clear it out, and the way we do that is through movement.
And that's purposeful movement that we can actually do in groups. We can do it by ourselves. But then you took it another step further and actually began studying acupressure and actually are using that to treat individuals with stress, with anxiety, with all those things. So how do you integrate that final step on an individual basis?
Yeah, the path that I took is about 15 years ago. I was in a car accident, and I had the good fortune of meeting up with a Chinese medicine doctor that was just a miracle for me. So I studied with him for a long time, and after doing a lot of practice, I said, you know what, I like the healing aspects of that. So I studied it and did a 500-hour course in acupressure as opposed to acupuncture because it was a little more accessible to me and things like that. And then I found a couple techniques for really studying the autonomic nervous system with best, the bioenergetic technique. So what we do is we integrate the both of them. We see what the body needs.
And I think that is really such an important skill, because I think where medicine is moving into the next phase is going to be related to energies. Because we are energy. Our cells are energy. Everything about us is energy. If I hooked you up to an EKG machine, I would see the energy, electrical activity of your heart. And when you can harness that for healing purposes, that becomes real powerful. It's this concept of being able to heal the body from the outside in. And so much of recent medicine has been trying to do just the opposite through pills and surgery and all these things. And you know, my feeling is if you give the body the proper energy, it has the wisdom to heal itself.
Yes, absolutely. The body, the power that made the body can heal the body. There's no doubt about it. How do we best follow nature? And we, you know, like we do our 6 essentials: what we eat, drink, rest, how we exercise, how we breathe, and then most importantly, what we think about.
Yeah.
So where's our mind at all day? You know, so these practices that we do, and some of these small, quick hit techniques like the 4-square breathing or the trembling horse, and some of these things that we teach, could be done at any time throughout the day to kind of reset. You know, just that whole tension of sitting at computers and being all tense all day, just to kind of relax and move around and have those opportunities to do them in small chunks, because they're equally as good if you do them in small chunks as if you did.
Right. But you have to learn them.
Yes, and you did mention groups. And I think groups and support groups and that feeling of not being isolated when you practice is just very, very valuable.
It takes it to a whole nother level.
Yes.
So if you're looking for these integrative tools that you can put into your life, I would suggest that you check out our website, WellBeingMD.com. We're going to be featuring some videos that John is going to be doing, and obviously he's going to be starting his acupressure therapies here. So again, that's WellBeingMD.com. Our telephone number is 708-448-9450, and you can reach us and schedule an appointment with John for those really healing sessions. Thank you, John, for a great...
Thank you, Doc.
Okay.